And a weather on the Central Coast, checking in with Dan Cianca with more on the air quality conditions. Dan?
Well, hey, Alicia, we had a nice flush of sea breeze today after a day where we didn't see quite as much smoke off of the area fires, and that's led to some much better air quality in many locations, including Carmel Valley and Salinas, and actually Monterey as well, currently reporting good air quality for the first time in days. Now, Santa Cruz and even King City now into the moderate realm. King City has been unhealthy for the last several days due to all the smoke piling up in the Salinas Valley. Now, a couple spots still looking at unhealthy air quality. Hollister, because of your proximity to the SCU complex, and the San Lorenzo Valley, obviously, because of your proximity to the CZU complex. But any consolation, the air has been hazardous in the San Lorenzo Valley for the last several days, and this is the best it's really been in some time. So if you are in the lower elevations and you see the green on the map here, maybe open your window, breathe a little fresh air for a moment. We do have some more smoke in the forecast in the coming days as these fires remain active, however. Now, we did see some big smoke off of the river fire earlier today. We see a big poof that goes right there. Otherwise, not a lot of smoke off our area fires today, not a lot of heat showing up either, including the CZU complex. I was looking at satellite heat products, and it just wasn't a very active day on this fire, which is a great news for folks that live in the Santa Cruz Mountains. Current conditions in the 70s, relative humidity still low, but winds also fairly light, which is some good news as they work on that fire tonight. A couple more fires to talk about. Carmel fire, still 70 degrees, 59% humidity, but also calm winds. And the river fire, which did have some good burning on the south side today, produced a pyrocumulus cloud at one point, so there was a big plume for a while. Out there tonight, 75 degrees, 42% humidity, and winds out of the south at 4 to 7 miles per hour. Our last stop, the Dolan fire, which burned pretty hot last night and then still throughout the day on its northern and southern flanks, has calmed down a bit tonight thanks to the calm winds, and on top of that, cooler temperatures and higher relative humidity. So some good news for folks in Big Sur, although we're still seeing some active burning there. Here was the sunset from Salinas tonight. We could actually see the clouds through the smoke. There was a little haze out there still, but many of you sending me messages saying, hey, it's not quite as smoky tonight. Yeah, it was nice today, a little bit nicer at least. Gilroy was our hotspot. In fact, the whole Santa Clara Valley, Gilroy, San Martin, and Morgan Hill all hit 99 today. Also, Bradley hit 99 today in southern Monterey County. Hollister was in the 90s, 70s. Salinas, Santa Cruz, and Monterey. Our cool spot, Moss Landing, with an onshore breeze throughout the day at 62. And out there tonight around the bay, cool temperatures, patchy fog around the bay right now, upper 50s to low 60s, inland areas 70s to 80s. But the big thing tomorrow is going to be that lightning threat, so let's just get right into that. As we wake up tomorrow morning, patchy fog possible, but we'll see those fog clear out by mid-morning, and then the first wave of moisture streaming in about lunchtime tomorrow will start in southern Monterey County and work its way up. And within this band of moisture, we could see isolated dry thunderstorms, which could produce lightning and potentially very erratic outflow winds. Now, this should not be quite as widespread as we saw with the last event, so that is some good news, a little bit more isolated in sense, but it is possible tomorrow. And I think right around the Monterey Bay area, we're talking anywhere from about 1 p.m. to around 6 p.m. tomorrow. That's the window I could see this happening. This is 5 p.m. You still see a couple scattered around Santa Cruz County. And then that first wave lifts out. I see another wave coming in on Monday. Should affect more the southern portions of our viewing area, but that would be Monday late afternoon to early evening. So there are 2 days of potential here. That's why that red flag warning is for both Sunday and Monday. Of course, I will be in the weather center all day tomorrow, tracking these storms on radar and keeping a close eye on any lightning strikes that may take place. Quick look at your high temperature forecast tomorrow. 80s in the Santa Cruz Mountains, not quite as hot as it's been. 70s down along the coast, 74 right there in Santa Cruz. 60s on the east shore of the bay, mid-70s Salinas to Watsonville, 90s Hollister up to Gilroy. Most of the locations a little bit cooler than today. Over to Monterey tomorrow, high of 68, and the same or just slightly warmer there in Seaside. And then farther south, the Salinas Valley, mostly 70s and 80s, and a few spots in the south in the 90s. Over the next 7 days, one thing you'll notice is, unlike the last lightning event we had where it was hot and dry for several days afterward, we're not going to see that. It's going to be fairly seasonable on the coast. So a couple days of lightning possible, but a little different scenario afterward, with temperatures slightly cooler. Well, certainly cooler, no doubt about that. And then fairly tranquil weather really through the end of the week. Inland areas, we'll see wind in the valleys during the afternoons, but that's normal this time of year. You also won't have an extreme heat wave following the potential lightning that we'll see over the next couple of days. And of course, we'll be keeping an eye on it for you, Alicia.